Hello and welcome to AntipoDnD. Hello
Hi.
and welcome to this show that we do, that I run. It is called AntipoDnD. It is a show in which a bunch of Australians play Dungeons and Dragons, set in a setting partly inspired by prehistoric Australia and New Zealand. And oh wow, I thought I was fine, and apparently I'm not. So, I am David. I'm the Dungeon Master for this show. I am joined as ever by Kynwyn, Doug, Zindy, and April. And we are basically picking up more or less where we were last week. Our heroes have, they have been witness to the founding or the refounding, the modernization of the pantheon of gods, who have been for some 60 years just running around the world doing their own thing and have recently decided, you know what, maybe we should actually get back together and start talking to each other again rather than sniping at each other from halfway across the world. So they've created their own little pocket dimension in which they can meet up and try and resolve their differences without flattening cities under their feet. And our players were among a number of mortal witnesses asked to come to be witnesses to the new accord that the gods made about how to behave to each other. And our players ended up becoming more than witnesses, as Vitericus said, hey, we should have the right to say, you don't deserve to rule over us, and you don't deserve all of the benefits you get because, hey, gods impact on mortals a lot. And the gods had a hard time arguing with him because of his stats, and that happened.
He had a good point, though.
Yeah, it's hard to argue. And
both mechanically and figuratively.
So, having concluded all of those negotiations, you'll return with Desmina and Connie, but not Dasha Undraig, who has chosen to stay in the pocket dimension for a time, at least. She desperately needs to recharge and have some serious quiet time away from people. So you've returned to Providence. It is evening. Are you all, it's getting pretty late in the evening. You're all just going straight to bed? Is there anything else you want to achieve today?
I believe so.
Ornate owlery for Orsi, please, and anyone else who wants to sleep in there.
Cool. I have a question about the ornate owlery. When you set it up to sleep in, do you automatically give all four of you permission to go in? Or do you?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, four of us. There's five of us. There's four. So.
Well, there's Glow.
There's Glow. She counts. She's got.
It's the DM. He's present at all times.
He can come in. He doesn't have to knock.
Yep, I'm always watching Orsi sleep.
Yeah.
So, you have a uninterrupted night. Perhaps strange dreams of divine encounters and titans, and the fact that you are now more or less, what's the word I'm looking for? Not equals with the gods, but you are on the same tier when it comes to making demands and
Consultants.
You are divine consultants. You are advisors to the gods.
Adding that to the business card.
With
Right.
with a certain amount of veto power. Shareholders. Divine shareholders.
Mm,
The god contractors.
Timeshare. Yeah, timeshare of the
Contractors.
celestial plane.
mm, mm, mm.
Is there anything that any of you feel like doing the next day?
Do we need to buy health potions, or are we
I
good?
think we probably need to restock all the things.
Yeah.
I
We
haven't-
used a few in
Me.
the multiple brushes with death we have had since the last time we were near a shop.
So it's
yeah.
been a bit over a week since you fought the Red Dragon at Kaiwathel. So I'm happy to say that in that time you've been able to stock up. So it doesn't necessarily need to be stuff you can get today. It can be stuff that you've gotten over the past few days.
Okay. I still have 3 healing potions and 3 mana potions, but those are just regular healing. Oh no, those are regular healing potions. So we want to get. I have no graders.
I feel like I used a couple of my potions on the lads.
Yeah, I think you've used a couple.
I still have 3 potions of greater healing.
Oh, okay, cool. That's good.
I struggle with what potions I've gotten, not because we use them lots in Pathfinder, but I don't use them lots in this one, I think. That's usually how it goes, because I got hands and stuff in this one.
Should we get some more greater healing potions just in case?
Yes.
I'll do a quick roll to see how many are available to buy. It'll be whatever comes up on this D4. There are 3 potions of greater healing available to buy at 150 gold pieces each.
Should we get... Well, you've got 3 Dagmar. Should we all get 1 each then?
Anyways,
Got 4. One of these
You
is
got
a 2.
4.
That doesn't seem right. I'm going to remove one of those.
what even have I got in my inventory?
I will pay
Yeah,
150 gold.
I will also pay 150 gold to get a 4th one.
Oh, so there's only 3 left. Who wants them? There's 4 of us and 3 potions.
Wouldn't hurt to have at
I
least one healing potion of any kind available to each of you.
I think Vitericus needs to start keeping one on his person.
I picked up one of them, so greater healing potions, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, so I just bought one of them then. Orsi, you just
Okay.
bought one?
Yeah. And Dagmar
I've
bought
got-
one.
3. Does Morsey want one, or shall I take it?
I've got a couple of them, so I mean, you hang on to it and put it in your pocket, and
Okay, yeah.
Do you have,
I'm
do
speedy,
you have graders?
so
I have 2 graders, a superior and a supreme kicking around in here. I don't use these things.
Oh, okay, good. It's good. You
Ooh, a
should hang on to
supreme.
those because
Yeah.
you can give those to other people.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
handy.
That's why I've got them, because like even if I'm not using them, I can
Also
absolutely
me.
cram them down someone else.
Great.
Alright, I'll add that back in.
There we
Quantity
go.
2. Excellent.
And 3 regular and 3 mana. All right. Do you have any mana potions, Vitericus? Do you need any?
I have one.
Do you want one? I've got 3.
I don't mind. I'm reasonably happy with the one that I've got. I've not used it
Okay.
for ages. I'll chug it if I need to, but by and large, I seem to have been pretty okay without it.
Okay.
Except for the
I'll
time
hang
you
on to it.
died.
Yeah.
That,
Not
but
that a mana
wasn't-
potion
that wasn't
wouldn't
for
have
want of
helped.
spell slots. Yeah,
Yeah, but you
exactly.
weren't okay
Yeah,
that
no.
time.
No, it was for one
No,
of
that's
hit
true.
points.
That is fair.
No, okay.
That
I'll
is
hang on to my 3 then. We can
Cool.
distribute those. Do we need anything else? Do we have rope? Are we good? I know we can fly now, but you never know.
I'm pretty sure we still got rope, right?
Okay. I never remember where we leave it.
It should be.
I've got 50 feet of hemp rope, which is weird for me because it's usually silk that I carry.
We all get rope in our adventure.
Yeah, if you started with the proper adventurer's kit, appropriate for your class, then you should have a rope and a bunch of torches and various other things, I
Best
believe.
kit.
Yeah, I didn't.
we
Mine's
really
full of
don't
candles
use
and
rope
quills, so
that often.
I'm just saying, you just never know when you need it.
We have used it though, yeah.
We have used it
Use it
before we can
occasionally.
fly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Oh, hang
Oh.
on. Diamonds. Do we need to get any diamonds? Can we get diamonds?
Don't we have several diamonds now?
Just check your diamonds.
Who got
I
Morzod talks up? Weren't there like 2 in the Dragon's Horde, or 3? Or 1? Were there some?
not
I feel like there was
recall.
some.
There was at least one. And I
Dagmar
believe
took a bunch of pearls and gems, but she forgot to write down what any of them were.
so there were 2 diamonds.
right. I
in
need
the
to actually make a
Dragon
note of those then, because they were handed directly to Morzod.
Yes.
Yeah, put them in
Morzod
your
gets the
inventory.
diamonds.
I've got to remember how to add things for
Dagmar
his
gets
inventory.
everything else. They were definitely black
Yeah.
pearls.
there it is. 2 diamonds, Alexandrite, aquamarine, 5 black pearls, some peridots, some topaz.
Add
Bits and pieces. Hang on,
to
let me-
equipment.
Oh. Okay, so we have at least 2
One of
diamonds in the case
those.
Vitericus dies
And
again.
added them, yeah. And Morzod had his diamond on him and used that one up, which is the one that he had
Yep.
from the previous
Correct.
Dragon's Horde. So now he's got 2.
So we'll say that after an evening of mingling with the gods, the next day you had this reminder that, oh yes, your lives are not normal, and that maybe you should make sure that should another not normal incident occur, you are supplied and ready to go. Though you don't have any immediate plans, as I understand it. You are just living your lives here in Providence. What does living your lives look like for each of you?
Gardening for Morzod, really, because he's sort of kitchen oriented, but he is certainly picking up the heavy thing, digging up the thing that needs digging.
Yep.
Sort of guy.
And there's, besides that, there's no shortage of labour available for you helping around the orphanage. There are always things to do.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of state is Providence up to as far as rebuilding and everything? There's probably stuff he can help with in the wider community as well. Still.
Most of the public works have been completed to an extent that they are now functional. The new defences and bastions are up and ready. The new cannons are in place. It is that they're now at the point where they need to start thinking about the long-term goals of, is it time to think about restructuring the city to, do something about how wonky, wobbly roads that grew out of convenience, that just sprung up rather than being planned. Is it time to look at the perimeter wall and turn it into something more that can defend against cannons rather than bows and arrows? But these are very much long-term plans. Do we need a navy is the question that keeps coming up. Especially now that Rala Swift and her is a privateer loosely associated with Providence, but she is not often docked, so she cannot be relied upon to be there should the Tarthians return and try to invade.
Good for her.
Yep, she is off doing her own thing. And I will say that when you saw her at the Divine Accord, she will again drop a hint that she might have a job for you soon. Not within the next few days, but she is working on something and she will need some help.
Oh, absolutely down to clown on a boat.
Cool.
Always.
I think we're ready to face the sea again. Enough time has passed.
Ozzy's going to be researching about the volcano because Pyra said there was magic in there. He believes her still.
Even though Tethoan straight up said, look, she just wants you to kill yourself
Yeah,
for
she's
fun.
yanking your chain.
Yeah.
He don't trust any of those gods.
All
He's
right.
going to find out for himself.
Give me
pick.
history, please. Aussie.
History. Yes. History is my good stat. And I rolled good. 25.
25. Okay, so on the map of Keldrith East, where you can see sort of the island, Orsi has been reading, dug into the library, reading about, okay, what are the prominent volcanoes of this place? And that's where you come across a theory that the prominent volcanoes, such as Pyra's Heart, which is generally seen to be the largest off to the south, this theory is that even Pyra's Heart is tiny compared to the true volcano. The theory is that the entire island of Keldrith is a volcano, with Lake Keldrith being its caldera, the essentially the crater at its center, and Pyra's Heart and the other volcanoes around here are quite simply vents coming up from the real thing. So essentially think North Island of New Zealand. That's pretty much what's going on here. All those lovely big volcanoes are really just the tiny little pimples that are coming out from the really big one, which is Lake Taupo. And it's kind of thing where if this volcano were to ever explode, then, well, that would be a mass extinction, could be a mass extinction event.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume that's
Right.
going to be haunting Orsie's thoughts for a while.
Well, now we need to fly the floating tower even more. In case that ship pops off. Other than that, I think he's gonna probably teleport to Heron's Perch every now and then, go see Cass, and also just research more on Kaya Withel, how it's floating, how nobody knows why.
Cool.
Even the gods we've discovered.
What does Vitericus get up to on a non-drama, non-danger day?
Those don't exist for
Yes.
him.
I was going to say, there's a couple of bits and
Makes
pieces.
the
Obviously,
drama.
there's council duties going on, so he'll meet those as required. But normally, he would probably like set up on a street corner somewhere and do like card reads for people for hands full of silver or whatever. As his personal wealth has grown significantly over his time adventuring, he's accepting less and less silver from people and just sort of doing the reads for fun. But this time around, he's a little bit more in the library, and more specifically, the legal section of the library.
Okay.
The Conclave
DM
of the
sounds of
Gods
discomfort.
God law.
has started an idea in his head, and he wants to go and
Oh my God, he's
find all
actually
of the
gonna be
relevant
Argonos.
paperwork on it.
Okay. I mean, I
So
can't
the-
really ask you to do a roll unless I know what you're trying to do.
No, so I guess conversations with Desmina as well, I guess, will probably happen, which means that you as God of Gods will know sort of what I'm talking about, the DM. Basically, I want to put a bounty out on Ashruith's Titan,
Oh, okay.
given that it's not covered by the agreement of the gods because he walked away from it.
Isn't
Certainly,
that going to get a lot of people killed?
if you talk to Desmina about it, she will say that officially she can't approve. Unofficially, she thinks it's...
Unofficially wreck that guy.
Yeah, she is very happy in anything that takes that guy down. He's made it clear that he is has no interest in playing nice, but
Yeah,
she's
so-
also very concerned about it could be throwing people into harm's way.
Yeah, so to clarify, I guess Vitericus isn't talking about putting a bounty up on the Providence notice board to say wanted 3 giant wolf heads. I'm putting that bounty up in the New Celestial Plane.
Interesting.
The payment is not gold or silver or anything like that, because what does a god need with excessive wealth? Except maybe the ones who are a little more wealth oriented. The payment is 1 favor per wolf's head that doesn't clash with the legalities of the rest of the Pantheon.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll. This is after explaining all of this to Desmina.
Ooh, 16. That was a 2 on the die.
You got an inspiration?
I don't have an inspiration anymore.
Oh, rip.
Yes.
Desmina is going to say, okay, she is going to facilitate this, but she is also going to strenuously state that you need to leave her out of it and make it clear that, this is not her idea, this is not for her, and that you have tried, that she has tried to talk you out of it.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, yeah, basically. So the fine print on the favor is basically nothing that either directly breaks any of the laws that the gods agreed to, or causes me to take action that would compromise any of the gods as part of the Pantheon, or any of the mortals who sort of form part of the coalition as well.
Okay.
So you can't sort of give me a wolf's head and then say, go kill Rala Swift, but you could bring me a wolf's head and then say, I need a bag of 5 skulls, no questions asked. For
Cool.
example.
Well, actually, if you have this conversation with Desmina the next day,
Mhm.
The next evening, she will find you
Mhm.
and say that it's possible that one of the gods is already in a position where they could cash in on that, but she believes that this god struck down one of the wolves of Ashureth before you'd even put the bounty up. She says, basically explains that when she went to the divine dimension to put the bounty up, she met Val, goddess of nature, who was there, along with a rather distraught-looking turtle.
Oh,
Aww.
And Desmina understood that Val, following the divine accord, had gone straight to Wolf Forest, deciding that the druid, the turtle druid Kui, who had gone into Grimwood seeking to help Val, deserved better than to be left at the whim of Ashruith, and that Kui has been rescued and restored, and that although Val did not come into direct conflict with Ashruith himself, there was an encounter with one of his wolves, which did not end well for the wolf.
Brilliant.
Ugh.
And that
yep.
yeah, and that Kui is currently recuperating from his ordeal in the divine dimension, but will be returning to the world soon.
Nice. Well, I will absolutely honor any wolf's head that Val wishes to produce. And render payment as required.
And Desmina is not sure that Val is eager to go back and cut it off the corpse.
That's
You
fair.
didn't bring the head with.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Well, you
that's
get out
fine.
of one favor then.
Yes, basically. Okay, well, that's it then. Yeah, I'll just amend it from 3 to 2.
Were there only 3 wolves? Did we establish there was a number?
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did we? No, sorry.
No,
There
not
are-
a final number.
You suspect there are more than 3.
Okay, well,
It
anyway.
sounded like
a
many.
pack, right? Yeah.
Pretty sure
alright,
it's
well.
right.
An easy 12.
What's Dagmar getting up to?
Dagmar is sticking close to the orphanage as well. She is practicing her whittling, and she has started making toys for the orphans, just like little wooden toys to try and like upscale from her beads. She started small, now she's moving on to bigger ones, so she's basically taking requests for animals and shapes and stuff. So she's trying to improve her craft, and also she is conferring on the orphanage's books, the accounts and stuff. And I think she is, in the absence of what's our godchild's name?
Dasha?
Connie?
Dasha.
Dasha.
Yep.
And
Sorry,
Dasha's
wrong
absence-
godchild.
Yeah, Connie, she's trying to cheer up Connie, and I think they're working on their vampire novel.
Excellent. At some point during the day, Desmina will have a quick word with you. She's busy today, apparently. She is thinking of asking for your help with a financial plan she has. The school that they've been running for the orphans has seen more and more kids coming in who are not orphans purely for the lessons. So the orphans are meeting other kids in the city and saying, hey, our teachers are really cool. We're learning all kinds of stuff, which most of these kids can't afford because they don't have personal tutors because they're not rich. So they've been coming along and taking up extra seats. And Desmina is thinking that maybe it's time to actually buy one of the buildings that's next to the orphanage, turn it into a proper school for all children who want to come. So essentially just me just thinking of inventing public education.
We love this.
But she will need some help in terms of the money matters, and and she's saying you might need to get Vitericus to help in case there's any legal stuff as well.
Dagmar will 100% help. She will also promise to rope in Vitericus and Morzod for council businesses in case we can rope in some public funding to make sure that the school has resources and remains free.
She says,
and yes, Vitericus for law.
It's a good idea. It's partly because the orphanage has found itself very well funded these past few months, much more so than usual, and she thinks she knows who she can thank for that, but she wants to make sure that money goes into something good for everyone.
Yeah. Dagmar will use brain power that is stronger than mine with numbers to try and ensure that it is as safe and tight and long-running as possible.
Good. So that's a little long-term plan for the orphanage. Okay. The next night, usual sleeping arrangements, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've all abandoned our cool little bedrooms to go into Orsi's cool big bedrooms.
I was actually going to say that Morzod probably would be spending evenings in the old bedroom, curled up with Barry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm probably going to sleep in
Dagmar
my room too.
Orsi's better cave. I mean, Dagmar's room is just boarded up windows, so and mess. So yeah, she's hanging out in the mansion in the owlery whenever Orsi lets her in.
Okay.
All the time. We're getting spa days endlessly.
So that means the first person to wake up is Vitericus with your passive perception.
Mm-hmm.
Something has woken you. It is the middle of the night, probably past midnight.
Yep, good.
Something has disturbed your sleep.
Great.
Why is it always
as well?
God damn it.
Should have hung out in the pocket realm.
That's why it's not safe out there.
Drift globe up, light, because I can't see a damn thing in the dark.
Okay. You still don't see, there's nothing in the room with you, but I will get a perception check, please.
Perception 23. Oh, there you go, my passive.
23. You strain for a moment, but you can now hear a ding 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 ding, a distant bell ringing, and it takes you a moment, and you realize that it's an alarm bell. And then you hear another ding 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 ding, louder and closer. And then you hear a dong 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 dong, which you know in the distance, which you know to be the bell of the Temple of the Old Gods.
Mm-hmm. I will eye stone everyone. Does that work across the owlery threshold?
I don't think it does.
No, it's a different dimension.
Yeah, I'll wake Morzod up at least.
Yeah, something.
You got to shout real loud through the doorway.
Something in the bottom heap of the furs goes.
Well, I was going to say, yeah.
Ruffling around in the sheets,
Morzod
trying to find it.
Armor up, and then I'm going to run over to the owlery door and kick it in and run out and tell everyone that the alarms are going off, and we should probably head out.
To be clear, Vitericus, it would take you 1 minute to put your armor on. Morzod, it would take you 5 minutes to put your armor on.
That's why I'm telling him to armor up, and I'm going to get the other guys and telling them to armor up, and then I'm going to armor up, and then we'll head out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 5 minutes, I guess, is probably what we've got then.
We need an artificer so I can have a Wallace and Gromit style Morzod loading sequence.
So Vitericus, you're running to Orsi's room?
Yeah, wherever the owlery door is.
Yep.
Yeah, Orsi's room.
Once you're outside, you can hear the bells a bit more clearly. You can also now hear
Oh, he's firing at something.
Uh,
Oh, dragon better not be bad.
cannon fire.
It's gonna be the dragon.
Ooh.
Cool.
Cannon and a dragon.
I might forsake getting dressed and run out, but I will still alert everybody so that I'm not the only one running out into potential violent death. Mostly so that Morzod knows where what's left of me will be to ram another diamond into. So yes, I will alert everyone and then run out and downstairs and sort of see what's going on.
Okay.
Or
Orsi
at
and,
least to a window, I guess.
Orsi and Dagmar, I assume Vitericus has basically stuck his hole through the mansion door and just shouted, hey, wake up.
Magically, I'm sure it'd work.
Yeah.
Orsi's probably not asleep yet if it's only midnight. So he immediately poofs the mansion away and we get thrown out.
Dagmar plops onto the floor somewhere.
Yep.
That will be how Dagmar
Unceremoniously.
wakes up, yes.
Yep. And so that would mean, Dagmar, you basically wake up landing on the floor with your clothes and gear, landing on the floor beside you.
So, yeah.
And Vitericus, and you'll all hear this now. You hear a roar or a scream or a shrill, high-pitched that you have heard before. It is the Titan of Engadon, the undead dragon that has not been seen, well, that you have seen a couple of times, but that has not attacked the dragon at the city since the crystal was destroyed. It sounds like it's back.
Perfect.
Everyone, don't panic. We're really good at dragons now.
Yeah, Dagmar, those cinder blocks you've got.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have.
take him out.
Dagmar will
14
go
cinder
and get
blocks.
her bag of holding from the bedroom.
No, they're retired. Whatever.
Dagmar is just going to very seriously distribute cinder blocks to everyone, just in case.
You hear more gunfire.
Shit. We should go.
Yeah, we should probably get out there.
Okay. So
Dagmar will put on her gear however long that takes. It's enchanted. But did she even take it off? I don't know if she takes it off.
So it'll take you a minute.
If it can turn into PJs, why would you?
It doesn't actually become PJs.
It doesn't
right?
feel
But
different.
it looks like
it
Yeah,
can-
you'd be sleeping in armor. Also,
Dagmar
Orsi's going to
is
send
a very sturdy dwarf. She's like, when I was in my 20s, I used to sleep in my jeans all the time. I feel like Dagmar is in
Chainmail
that
PJs.
stage of her life.
Studded leather is not that comfortable, I'm afraid.
Lived in. She's got all cozy.
Orsi's going to send a message to Connie as well, just telling her to stay indoors and hunker down if she needs to get the rest of the orphans to like a eating hall or a mess hall or something.
Yeah,
And
is there like a very sturdy kind of like?
Hey, do we have a cellar?
Yeah, do we have a cellar? Do we have a food cellar?
They do not have a cellar, but
Okay.
the atrium is pretty sturdy. It's only accessible through the garden. It's as sturdy as any other building in the city, basically.
Bathhouse, I guess, in a pinch as well, right?
Mm.
Oh, I accidentally closed all of my stuff. Good job, April.
Shall we
just
tell
checking.
Desmina to suggest to Desmina that maybe she should come for backup in case?
Should we tell her to take cover?
Actually, also you get the response from Connie saying that she and Desmina are already checking on the kids.
Okay. I'm just checking something about my mansion. It's not a concentration spell, I don't think.
No,
Where's my mansion?
I think you could just leave it up.
Yeah, like I was thinking the kids could go in there where it's safe. Because it's a different dimension. So even if everything crumbles around it, the mansion will still be fine.
Don't look at all of the beautiful naked statues.
Don't look at those. He's thinking of...
Don't go in Orsi's room. There is
Don't
pornographic art on the walls.
Don't go in the bathhouse. Yeah, I think it's fine to stay up.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the
Here we
description
go.
about
Yeah. No, it's not a concentration
concentrating.
of course.
Yeah.
It's just up for 24 hours. So he's not going to poof it. He's going to chuck Dagmar out instead and then tell Connie to get the kids in there if they want to be safe.
Okay, cool. So, Morzod, you are only about a minute into donning your armor when you hear this unholy screech in the air, and you realize what's happening.
I don faster.
Okay. At this point, Orsi, you get a message from Izad.
Oh.
And it says, where are we? It says, the cannons aren't doing a damn thing. We'll try to draw it to the academy. Join us there if you can.
Okay, we're coming. Okay, we're going to the academy, everyone.
There's no time for books, Orsi. There's a fucking dragon in the sky. What are you doing?
Not reading books. They're trying to draw the dragon to the academy. The cousins aren't doing anything. He's just sent me a message.
That tracks. Okay, fine. Yep, good.
Oh, can I? Is that no? That's a huge waste of a teleport spell. We'll just run.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I can imagine
I've got
Mozo just like pulling on his leg gear as we're sort of running up, right? Like
Absolutely
just
doing the
struggling
running,
to-
pulling up,
make
jumping.
sure the kids
Yep.
take Barry into the gallery.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Barry is
Toss
allowed.
Barry through the door.
I
Yeah.
mean, the kids would probably be going, "Where's Barry?"
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Because he's a security monitor.
yeah, the kids take
Mhm.
care of Barry when you're not around. Yeah.
Mm.
Or he takes
Yeah.
care of them.
Yeah, bit of both. Bit of
Yeah.
both.
Mutually beneficial.
Okay, so how are you getting to the academy?
Running.
Fly? Would you guys like to fly?
I'd rather you have the spell slot, to be honest, if we're going to kill
Yeah.
Engadon's thing.
I don't want to get in the air when there's a dragon flying.
Fly very
around. I
low
wanna
and
be
very
safely
fast.
on the ground.
We got to get some winged boots. We really do.
I think
Okay,
I
let's just
fly
run.
slower than I run.
Pretty
No,
speedy now.
no, you're.
Don't you have killer run
I
speed?
think fly gives you speed of 60 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
60
but
feet.
I've got my
Yeah.
broom.
No, you're flying anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
I use the broom
So-
to fly.
Next question: Are you?
30 feet.
Broom is 30 feet.
Next question: Are
Oh,
you?
wait, no, when it's carrying weight. Never mind.
Are you moving at the speed of the slowest of you, or is it just whoever? Yeah, are you just sort of spaghettiing out or stringing out, string beaning, whatever?
Who's the fastest?
I'm
Morzod.
the. Is it?
Isn't it
Mozo.
Dagmar?
Yep.
Got long legs.
Mhm.
When did you get super speedy?
Got a walking
Have you always been super speedy?
walking
I think
speed
I-
of 40 feet.
Yeah, I think I got upgraded with the paladin thing probably.
Mhm.
Nice.
Because I'm a jock paladin. Remember?
There you go.
Mm.
Mozzy's the fastest.
Okay. So I assume probably Vitericus and Orsi are equally
Bringing
slow.
up the rear.
Yeah. Elsie's not a runner. We'll do our best.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're running. You are seeing people are now emerging from houses, looking scared. Through the windows. A few doors are open. Most people are staying indoors. And you recall the last time this creature attacked, it was generally a time of good cheer for the city because the crystal of Desmina was there to protect them. But they seem less confident now. Morzod, as you're running through Arena Square, you will now see the creature ahead of you, high up in the civic area. Seems to be hovering for a moment, flapping its skeletal wings, which probably don't need to flap, but it's just doing it anyway. And then it opens its maw and breathes. It looks like black, inky smoke that you just see it go behind the rooftops ahead of you. But you get the impression that a pitched battle has begun. Okay,
Lacing his gauntlets while he's running.
and you keep running and you keep running. And Okay.
120 feet is my effective range, so that's when I'm going to start doing stuff to it.
All right. So Morzod, you will get there first, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring up the map.
I was gonna say, where's the bit?
Oh no! I
Music
closed.
loaded.
Battle music.
I closed
My
me
battle
too.
music.
I closed boundary. I'm back in now.
I should pick some appropriate battle music.
Combat music is playing.
I can't decide whether you should live or
Should live or die.
appropriate boss music, I guess.
Okay, you should all be able to see it. I don't think it requires tokens. All right, so Morzod, you are the first to arrive.
Oh, there's Izod and Izod's boobies.
So you are here.
Protect the pecs.
As you come in, these soldiers
The redcoats.
are now dead.
Oh,
Oh,
Rest in peace, buddies.
Dead
we
coats.
hardly knew you.
dead coats. Yeah.
And
What sort of dead do they look like?
A zombie dead? Are they coming back?
Melted dead.
they have been eviscerated, just sliced
Oh,
into
okay.
pieces.
Okay.
Splattered.
So
Okay.
they are
Probably
a
not.
pile of people.
However, I
Former.
had a table of various conditions, depending on how long it took you all to get here. So I need to go through and just apply a few things.
Is it sliced up for condition? Oh no.
No, each of those guys was named Nihilus.
If anything happens to Izard, I will freak out.
Ooh,
It's okay, I got
the line is
diamonds.
out.
Oh, he'd look great with a diamond between his pecs.
I'd have to do
Oh, it'd be
two. One on each
beautiful.
side, you know?
Oh, very nice. He's worth it.
Absolutely.
Oh, the socks is down.
Aww.
Izard's prone. Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh
Unconscious.
no. We're coming, Izard.
I'll bring up the map so that the viewers can see what my players are freaking out about.
No, not Roxanne.
All of our favorite wizards are dead.
No.
Okay.
God, we
Damn
could have flown.
Squishy wizards. I told you.
Where is
Oh, it's
everybody
fly.
else? I'm missing someone.
I forgot how soft the wizards are.
We're wearing robes.
Oh, you need to put some leather in there.
I've got a cape on.
Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, here we
5,
go. I've got 2
6,
steps from hell
7.
in my list. Let's put that on.
I turned on
8,
Metallica,
9,
and that seems
10,
to have been a very good
11.
choice.
I have D&D combat music playlists to 1 hour.
I see. Now that's pretty good. That's probably a pretty solid choice.
It's a classic.
I could put on Machine Gun Fellatio. That could
Yeah,
work.
obviously, Foundry was not designed with dungeon masters like me in mind. I can't just select 11 students and make them dead. I have to go through and do it individually.
Oh, come on, all of
I
them?
thought the one you just killed was called Doug because Doug's pointer was in exactly the right spot.
Oh, no, not Doug.
Oh no, Doug's dead. That's
We
unfortunate.
will avenge you, Doug.
Okay, 1,
Doug
2,
the
3, 4.
wizard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
All right, so all
11.
our potential
Okay,
backup is already dead.
and what you will see. So Morzod, yeah, what you see is there is carnage, and you're coming around. You can see the bodies in the courtyard here of the academy look almost desiccated and withered, as if they've just had the life drained out of them. Izard, you can see Celidae, the half-elf assistant to the medic who became the medic when the medic was promoted. She is dragging Izard's unconscious form to safety when you arrive. And
Those things with a shadow, are they like chest-high walls? What do we got?
okay, these are high walls. It's basically the border, but you've got gates here, and here. And so the students around here are sheltering, basically hiding from the creature at the moment. And what I will do is I will put the rest of you in so that we can all roll initiative, but I will tell you when you've entered the fight because of how long it's taking you to get there.
Oh yeah, initiative. Where
And
is
now-
that in this client?
Swords. Cross
It's the
sword
two
with
swords.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm just adding you to the initiative tracker. You should all be in there now.
Mhm.
I'm easily confused by it because the roll 21 is very different. Oh, and I have to click on me because there's the
Yep.
Oh, it's asking me. No, I just want a normal one.
I'm glad
Okay.
they added the advantage option though. That's a nice little.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
keep
it's handy. Yeah.
They
Is
do-
that new? That feels new.
they do keep
Yeah,
adding
it's-
new features to
it is
Foundry.
new.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so the amalgam goes
I
first.
feel like we should have gotten more health potions
And-
earlier.
Now, for the first time, clearly, Morzod, because you're the only one there at the moment, you can see that this thing is not a dragon. It is an assembly, an amalgam, if you will, of rotting body parts and bones and
And it's
hunks
shaped
of
like a
meat
dragon. Yeah.
and leathery skin formed into something dragon-shaped.
Mm-hmm.
And on its turn, I need to see whether it recharges its breath weapon.
Oh no.
Okay,
So something.
it recharges on a 6.
I think it's important to note that Dagmar probably didn't have enough time or thought to grab her hat. So for the first time, Dagmar is hatless.
The subject is
Repeat,
hatless. Hatless. Repeat,
Oh.
hatless.
Terrible.
Okay, the amalgam does not get its breath weapon attack, so it is just going to move towards the nearest standing target, which is Mathan Headstrong, former medic, now acting headmaster,
No.
who is already
Is
looking.
that the halfling?
It's a small token, so probably.
She's a gnome, and she is already
Oh.
looking injured. And the amalgam is
Oh,
going
boy.
to gets 1 bite and 2 claw attacks.
Furiously looking through my spells right now.
Okay, her armor class is not good.
No, she's a wizard.
Correction, her armor class is lower than the creature's bonus to hit. So these are all going to hit automatically.
Oh god.
Woof.
19 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Okay, no one get close to the dragon.
The characters do not get eaten by that thing.
Plus...
All right,
I
they
have
a plan.
cinder blocks.
Okay,
You
maybe
don't need to
hold
go
a bunch
closer.
of maybe hold a bunch of cinder blocks and get eaten and get it from the inside.
I like build like a little sanctuary out of cinder blocks. That's also an option.
Okay, amalgam snatches down and manages to bite her and you know, pull back, and blood flows, but she is still standing. Rips at her with its claws. She goes down on one knee, and Morzod, your knowledge in medicine and healing tells you that she is incredibly close to being dead, but she is still standing.
Mm-hmm.
That is the amalgam's turn. So Dagmar, Orsi, you are currently making your way here. Though if there's anything you want to do to speed yourselves up, you have that option because it is your turn.
Dagmar will
Let me do a measure.
move double time.
I've been
Do I
assuming you've
hate?
been running, moving double
Oh.
speed all the way here.
85
Okay.
feet.
Right. Well, Dagmar is going to ready her bow as she's ready. She's going to pull it and draw it, ready to fire off.
Okay.
at an opportunity where that becomes feasible.
So the next person to have a go is Celidae, who's going to finish dragging Izard into protection, and they are going to do a medicine check to make sure that he is not bleeding out. She has no idea what's going on with that roll. So she is basically, she is spending her turn at trying to help Izard wake up and not doing a very good job of it, I'm afraid. She looks like she is panicking at this point. And who can blame her, to be honest. Vatericus, you doing anything as you run?
Flicking through my Tarocca deck,
Okay.
basically, and I rolled a number, which is good.
That is good to know. Morzod.
Right. So how much distance? I don't remember how to measure, but basically I want to get to Celidae and Izard.
Hold down control and click and drag.
Huh. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So-
Did I get a turn? Do I get to get closer?
You are moving, and I'll
Or
tell
did I
you.
just get there?
You're not in there, so I will tell you when
Oh,
you're
right, we're
arrived.
running.
Yeah. If there's
That's
anything
it.
you
Okay.
wanted to do on your turn to speed yourself up, you can do that.
Oh, dash. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I get 40 feet, is it?
Yeah. So you have enough movement to get there. Yes.
I'll get to
We
there.
did take there was a bottle of haste that we salvaged from the Dragon's Hoard, the last one that we picked up.
believe it
No
was a-
one specifically claimed it, so...
I believe
Alright,
it was
well-
a potion of speed or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potion of speed.
If anyone
It's
wants
cool.
to take the potion of speed.
It's cool.
Okay.
I'm there. I'm next to Izard. What do I need to roll for stabilize?
You can try to do a medicine check, or you could just heal him with a potion or with lay on hands.
Yeah. Get
Okay.
a potion in his gob.
Yeah. Well, how much does he need? Like, how does?
Mechanically speaking, he is unconscious and he's in the dying state. He's not dead yet.
Right.
You
Is
can
it-
literally give him
Death
1
rolls, right?
HP if you want to just pop him up.
Yeah.
Well, look, I've got a potion of healing then,
Yep.
so I can put that on him. 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
Do I roll that?
Yes, please roll that.
D. That's a d6, not
Yeah.
that one.
Any amount of magical healing will get him back on his feet.
2d4. So 5 plus 2.
7.
So 7. 7
Okay.
health. Yo.
It's a total of 7 health. And
Why did minus 59 just appear over his head? I don't like
because
that number.
he was at full health. I hadn't actually set his hit points at
Oh,
that point.
I see.
And I just set it to 7, which he'd interpreted as, oh, so you want to hurt him by 59 points.
Oh, poor
It was a
Izard.
surprise, fun killer health potion.
And he wakes up and immediately screams in agony in a very unmanly way, I have to say.
Right.
He has just been through an ordeal, and then he catches his breath and says, oh. And we'll get to what happens on his turn.
Steady on, we got you.
Okay. Anything else, Morzod? That's your action and your movement.
Yep, no, just that and some free action words of reassurance.
Okay, let's hear your words of reassurance under the circumstances.
Oh, no, that was, I just said it. Steady on, we got you.
Okay, cool. Now it is...
Pat.
Oh, wait a minute. David, do not forget the legendary actions of your
Oh
Titan.
my god, no, forget them,
Please
it's fine.
forget the
We're okay with that.
It's okay, no lair actions. She doesn't live here. They.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even go here.
This
I mean,
reminds
it
me.
is made up of many parts.
Um,
Yeah,
It is
so-
probably a
They is probably the
Solid
best, right?
guess.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Okay, don't need to do
One
anything.
of
about
everything.
that, but
Yeah.
probably refers to itself as a we.
Yeah.
We are
could
having
be,
a great
could-
night.
We are
Possibly.
Legion. We are
Yeah.
Amalgam.
Or the royal we.
Hmm.
We are
The
not
royal we
amused.
is the same as the Gavin
Legion, we.
Frankenstein horde.
the royal we precedes a royal flush.
I don't like the way you said that, Dungeon Master.
Okay.
What are you implying?
Right, he's making toilet humor.
He's making toilet jokes, yes.
The amalgam appears to have noticed Morzod. That is its legendary action.
How many eyes does the amalgam have?
Too many.
You're not sure it has any. Well, Dagmar
How many,
wouldn't
like,
know.
are there any faces like pressed into this thing?
I've got so many ideas for designing this thing.
April, what would you like it to
Yeah.
have on its face for eye sockets or eyes from a design perspective?
In my head, its head was made up of a bunch of arms. So it was just like all these arms together, like making a maw. So I don't even know if it has eyes on its head.
Yep, I'd be fine.
Probably somewhere in between maybe one of the fingers you could see
see.
like a bunch of tiny micro eyes, but you have to get really close.
Cool.
I
And
fought a thing like this in Pathfinder, but it was scorpion shaped instead. I prefer the scorpion.
it's not just humanoid parts it's made of, by the way. Morzod, you'll be noticing creature parts, monster parts, even dragon parts in this dragon, and not necessarily in the same place. They're not the anatomically correct places for them to be in a dragon, which is even more confusing.
Who built this stupid thing?
Engadon is such a goth.
Okay, what can Methan do? She is not a happy gnome at the moment.
I can't believe she dragged Iza. That's crazy.
It was Saloti that dragged, is
Yeah.
it?
Oh, it was Salota. Even
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mathen's that little nub over there next
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
dragon.
she's a little gnome.
With
Nathan is bleeding heavily.
hit points remaining.
Mhm.
Oh dear.
Someone throw us into block. Distract the dragon.
Yeah, we need to cast the first block. Us, without sin.
Nope. Okay, this might work. She's not going to do that. She's going to use her action to disengage and try to run to cover. Okay.
Good
Valid.
call.
Tactical GTFO. Come on.
5, 10.
Winners are
15,
quitters.
Like,
20,
suddenly
25,
look around and realize
30.
that she was the last person left alive in the courtyard.
Pretty much, yeah.
And just
It's like,
leave.
oh no.
Okay.
Hit the bricks.
So when I
Gonna be
say
one of those days.
so she avoids any attacks of opportunity because she used her action to disengage.
Oh, good.
But
I'm glad
that
she knows how to play this game, because
is
I
as
don't.
far as she can go.
Oh no.
All right. This student, I need to do something for them.
You?
Nope, she is just going to panic and run, which again is fair.
Good plan.
You know, I'm not going to judge. I'm not certain I'd do anything else under the circumstances.
I'd just get slaughtered.
I'd
That's
certainly
personally what
not
I'd
run
do.
toward the problem.
This student. Okay. This student is going to peek around the wall. And
They cop a legendary action just for peeking around the wall, I swear to God.
okay. Shoot a bolt of arcane energy, which goes wide up into the sky. Goes
Pew.
nowhere near the amalgam, with a total of 7 on the 2 hit.
Woof.
And he will duck back behind cover and continue to hide. This student is just going to cower in fear and not do anything. I should do another legendary action, shouldn't I?
You don't have to.
Throw after
I
me.
did a doodle of what I always thought Amalgam's head would look like,
Oh,
but better
boy.
than that.
Thanks, I hate it.
There's teeth in there somewhere.
Yo,
What is
that's
wrong
like
with you?
that's some definite Akira is what that is.
I love it.
That's yep.
Okay, thank you, April. That just went on the stream.
Yep.
Yay.
So our viewers are now equally disturbed.
Yep. I mean, that's
Um,
pretty excellent nightmare fuel. Is that thing in the middle a tongue?
Yeah, it's got a tongue in there. I think the tongue is made of like a bunch of different tongues.
All
So
right.
it's probably got like, when it opens its mouth, it's got like rows of like little tongues.
So
Ugh.
the
So damp.
amalgam is going to use its legendary action to reach down its maw to the corpses of one of the students around it, and the many hands that make up its face just grab this corpse and pull it
cool.
inside, and
That's
it
really
disappears.
cool.
Oh.
And it is Izard's turn. Izard is prone, is going to stand up and stagger a bit. You can, Morzad, you've never seen him this discombobulated. And he is, okay, he is going to shout. Yep, he just turns around and shouts, "Everyone, run! Get out of here!" You think is mainly talking about the students. He wants his students as far away from this place as possible. And he'll see you Morzad, and say, "Save as many as you can." And this student, nope, that is another morale failure. They are running.
It's not a failure.
They take actual
Yeah,
orders.
that's, yeah.
Actually,
They've been let off the hook, and they are
If Isa
accepting
told me
that.
to run, I would run.
yeah, they are running super fast. Well, they're double moving, because why would you not? Okay. Oh, look, it's the amalgam's turn.
I like that.
I'm so sorry, Mathan. My lovely little
Oh
gnome.
no, buddy. Oh, you got close. You nearly made it.
And there is no point even rolling damage. She only has 4 hit points left. She goes down. Oh, look, I will roll damage to see how far down she goes. See whether she's dead or bleeding out.
Or if she just explodes.
Okay, let me bring up my calculator.
Oh, God.
Hey, what
Oh no.
is Pathfinder?
23
Maths
plus
of death. That's what that is.
19 plus.
Isn't it just the first one? So, like, if the first one doubles her out, she's down, and then the other two are just automatic fails on the death save?
Yes, you're right, it will be that. So yeah, the first hit doesn't do that, but she is now... Yep, she's dead anyway, because you automatically crit against incapacitated enemies,
Yes,
and a crit
that will be
is
more.
two failed death saving throws.
That will be 4 fails on
She's-
the claws. Yeah.
Yep, she is dead.
Just real dead.
Extra
Brain
dead.
gold.
Oh dear.
Nathan, we hardly knew ye.
Okay. Dagmar, you arrive. You are now in the battle. You come into a scene of carnage and desperation. What do you do?
Swear
Hmm.
copiously in all the languages I know, which is 3.
Pretty substantial.
Yeah, we get some dwarf, and I assume Morzad has taught her some Orcish swears as well. So actually,
yeah.
let's assume she can swear in 4 languages minimum. How far?
I
can
mean,
move?
given
we
given
appear
his
here?
usual pastimes, Morzad probably knows cursing in more languages than he knows. So you probably know even more cursing now.
I mean, they're the
Yeah.
first words you learn in any
are.
language anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Think I can get to here and still have line of sight on amalgam?
Yep.
That team would be impressively sweary.
Sure.
Okay.
Surely amalgam's taller than the wall of the the courtyard anyway, right?
Yes, but they would count as half cover, I'd
Yeah,
say.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we like seeing our. Ooh, yeah, you're within range. All right, Dagmar is gonna let off a arrow at Amalgam with her brand new bow that I definitely remember how to use.
It's the bow of memory.
It is the bow of memory. I
Oh,
will read
yes,
it
the
out so
grudge
that everyone can
bow.
enjoy the new bow.
Mhm.
I have a 2+ bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. This bow remembers targets that it has injured but not killed. When I successfully strike an enemy with an arrow from this weapon, the enemy becomes marked. Any subsequent shots I make against that enemy are made with advantage as long as I can see it. And then if I can't
Hell
see
yeah.
or don't, yeah, I go sneakies on everything.
Yeah, grudge
If
bow.
you can't see or do not know the location of a marked enemy, I can make a regular attack roll. Anyway, I'm gonna try and shoot the amalgam. So I will roll attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is 27.
27 hits.
I don't get advantage on the first shot, do I?
No,
With
no
the
one,
bow.
and no one is currently engaged with it, so you do not get a sneak attack bonus. Oh, wait a
That's
minute.
cool.
Wait, hang on.
It's
Well,
not
can
a-
you use your... Nope.
It is not aware of you. Because you
Hey,
have just
surprise shot.
arrived, and it has been doing other things. So
Yep.
you will get a sneak attack bonus with this.
Yeah,
I will
that's what you
take
want.
every scarab of help I can get. So that is 7 plus 8d6. So 7 plus 25.
I've just realised if anybody's watching along at home, the maximum hit points for the amalgam is wrong. It should be higher than what it's showing there. This is the wrong token that I've brought in. So never mind. I will fix it later.
Horrifying.
Okay.
That's a little stressful comment to make.
So it has an arrow. This arrow embeds itself in something fleshy in its body. It barely seems to have noticed.
Fabulous.
Do you get another shot? No, you don't.
I don't think so.
No, you don't.
No. But I'm going to bonus action hide.
Good idea. Give me a stealth roll, please.
Stealth starts with an S. That is 14.
Okay. And for its legendary action, it's actually going to try to work out where that arrow came from.
No,
Fabulous.
please don't.
Where's that shooting coming from?
Hey. What was that tiny ping I felt?
The fuck?
Okay.
A mosquito?
I'm not sure how to play this because it gets plus 16 on its perception check, but it rolled a 1.
Oh, natty one.
Yeah.
Natty 1.
It's
So
up to you. It's up to you, Dungeon
In
Master.
theory, it's a skill check that it cannot fail, but it rolled a 1.
Maybe it just barely even registered the error.
It thinks it came from this poor student here.
Oh no. I'm sorry,
So it turns
Nameless.
its
child.
roughly dragon-themed head in that student's direction. And Orsi, you have not yet arrived.
Fucking slow.
Celidae is fussing over Izard. And she's going to say, she's panicking. She just has nothing to do or say. She is just hiding back there, waiting for someone to tell her what to do.
Oh,
Curling into a ball and shivering is a good response.
Mm-hmm.
Vitericus, you have not arrived yet.
Correct, but I am going to tell Orsi the tale of the beloved friends, which was the card that I drew. So he and I gain...
No.
Hold, please, while I roll some temporary hit points for us. 6 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice. That could
not
be the
nothing.
difference between life and death.
Indeed, especially for you as a squishy wizard.
I have
and I'm
62 hit points.
And I'm going to rifle through my cards again and see if I can get something perhaps a little more useful for the actual fight. Cool. And that's it. That's all I'm doing, and then sort of keeping up.
Okay,
The image
Morzod.
of you two running, carrying cinder blocks, Vitericus trying to tell Orsi a story, and Orsi just
Did you ever hear the one about?
Not now. But also he likes the story.
Morzod, it is your turn.
Yeah, man, I got no idea because I don't want to get close to that thing, but also I don't really have any.
You got all that holy juice.
I do got a lot of holy juice, but I'm trying to remember what order to use it in. 'Cause
So,
I-
like,
Well-
all your spells, like bless, things like that, are always good to sort of pop off as soon as you can before you get too close.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out like sort of how they last and stuff. Where is bless? See, it's concentration, but it also up to 3 creatures within your range, and like Dags is pretty much the only one that's there at the moment.
If you want to keep
Fine, Izard.
an alternative,
yeah.
you've got Guiding Bolt. If you want to hit it from
Always
afar,
good.
and if you strike, then it gives advantage to whoever attacks it next.
That's like, you know what? Guiding Bolt is probably what I want to throw, although I am not going to throw my top level of it. I think I'm going to cast it at... Oh, this guy doesn't have too bad an AC, does he? I'll cast a 2nd level Guiding Bolt and see what that gets me.
Okay.
So, which part of it do I click?
The +10 to hit.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, rip. 13. Terrible.
Ooh. No. Morzod, I'm afraid, is
Nope. Missed.
shaken, I'm afraid, by all
Yep.
this and misses
Valid.
the Guiding Bolt.
And you also have, just to let you know, you've also got haste as well. Don't forget you have that.
Yeah,
Very handy.
yeah. Once Dags is sort of closer, I think I'll probably haste her up.
Yep, Dagmar, Orsi and Vitericus, you'll arrive on the next round.
Okay.
Now we've got a bunch of students, and they are now just all going to run. They've seen too much death. Izard is going to turn to Celidae and say, "You have to get out of here. Go." And that will be enough for Celidae to sort of snap out of it. And she will do something on her next turn. And Izard turns to you and Morzod and says, "We can't stop it. We need something else." That's his turn. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if he's got any good utility spells. He's not going to try to attack it. He's seen how that goes.
Has he got a potion on him?
Actually, he is going to haste you, Morzod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah! Go, Izard.
Attaboy.
Until the spell ends, the target's speed is doubled. Gains +2 to armor class, advantage on dexterity saving throws, gains an additional action on each of its turns.
Hot.
Nice.
And that's going to last 1 minute on you. But it is a concentration spell, so keep Izard conscious.
Right.
Just prop him up against the wall. Nice
Um,
and cozy.
Yeah, he's not quite, but almost Wesley in Princess Bride. The Amalgam
No thanks.
is going to take off.
Oh.
10, 15, 20. Fly over this. 25, 30, 35,
no.
40, 45, 50.
Oh no.
Cool and good.
Oh, sup?
Where's it going?
I realized this
Actually-
whole time while I'm running, I could have been sending messages too. So, whoops.
It is
My
up
bad.
here. Now then, here is the real question. Does its breath weapon recharge?
Mm,
It does not.
hey.
That is very lucky.
Yes.
So it is instead...
Oh, it's just going to eat Azid.
No, it's going to eat the student that didn't flee, because I forgot to move them, but that's bad for the student.
Is
Sorry.
that the one that maybe it thought hit it with an arrow?
Yes, it is, in fact.
Same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the student's AC, yep, no point rolling to hit. Let's just see how dead it is.
Gonna be a real lack of wizards.
Yeah, it's down. Yeah, that student's down to more than twice their hit points, so they are super dead.
Super dead.
Dagmar, it is your turn.
We. Yeah, she's gonna try and shoot it again. That's how she thinks she will handle this. She's still swearing. She has not stopped swearing at any point during these 6 seconds. And 18. Does 18 hit?
No, it does not.
Swearing intensifies. She's gonna kind of run. I think she's gonna back up a bit, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. She's gonna wait for Orsi and Vatericus.
So the amalgam is going to use its legendary action to again try to work out where that arrow came from. And which it will as long as it doesn't roll another 1. Yeah. So with a 33, it
Oof.
now
Right.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
sees Dagmar and sees
Terracus.
the only thing-
Dragonfall.
the only thing that has managed to even remotely threaten it in the last 6 seconds. Orsi, you have arrived. And you
Is
see...
there any?
Yes.
Okay. There's no way we can retcon that I was sending messages while I was running, is there? No.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I gave you a few turns in which to do it, and you did not.
I forgot that I could do that. I'm going to send a message.
Mhm.
To Gemdanon. I'm not praying. I'm sending him a message.
Wow, okay.
Straight up calling.
Calling other dad. Yeah, hi, Gemdanon, it's Orsi. Amalgam's attacking the city of Providence. We could really use a fucking lightning bolt, please. And that's it.
A
The
response.
most direct he's ever been.
Yep. The response comes. Oh, I hear that's your thing, isn't it?
Fucking rude. And then I shall.
Utterly useless people.
I would like to Misty Step. 5, 10.
Gimdanon
15.
helps those who help themselves.
I'm trying. I thought it would be nice to ask first. 5, 10. I'm trying to count. Don't make me laugh. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sorry, what's this dungeon, Master? Is this like a little, is this like the edge of the road?
Yeah, there's grass beyond that. That's the only difference.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to Misty Step. Bonus action Misty Step. Over here.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone. I should have been sending messages.
Everyone start praying to the least holy gods. Oh no.
Celaday's going to run.
Maybe we should call Fane Orphan and he can distract it with contract law.
Or its nice sunburst.
Vitericus, you have arrived.
Yes, I have. Dungeon Master, describe to me the volume of this wall and this wall. Are they large or huge?
Oh no.
Get really specific.
I guess if they're like 10 foot wide, then they're going to be large, and if they're 15, they're going to be huge.
Okay. It is connected to the arch overhead. I'm not sure animate object can animate part of an object. Like
No, I'd hoped Amalgam had sort of flown through and knocked out the arch and separated them sufficiently to animate.
Look, let's do a roll to see whether that happened. It did not. It is still connected.
All right, well, that's
So
fine.
sorry about that.
He's not really sorry.
Follow-up question for you, DM. In our world, are bodies considered objects?
No.
That's a shame.
You are one step away from becoming like an evil lich.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, unless... no, for the purposes of animate object, no.
Okay. A dead goblin is an object for the purposes of an improvised weapon, if I want to get Fane Orphan about it, but I will accept your ruling here. All right. Okay. Are there any... I mean, surely, right? Amalgam has been stomping around here for a while now. There's got to be some kind of debris that I can animate.
There are dropped weapons.
Perfect. Let's do that.
So the musketeers, they've got 4 muskets lying around. They're basically big spears with bayonets on them at the moment. Few of the students had wands and rods.
Could I animate the robes of a dead student?
Oh man, we're getting better than the broomsticks. I love it.
We're moving from could you to should you.
Well, yes, that is true. But all right. Well, at the very least, I will somewhere within 120 feet of me, there will be crap that I can animate. I am almost certain of it. Because that's most of that courtyard that Amalgam was stomping around in before and all that sort of stuff. So I am going to animate at I'm only going to do it at the intro level, 5th level.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do 10 medium things. So 4 muskets, a couple of discarded whatevers, and some cinder blocks.
Sure.
Basically. So the cinder blocks that we've canonically already are all carrying.
Yeah.
So a bunch of
I
They're all in the
handed
bag of
them
holding.
out and no one dropped them.
It's true. The muskets are basically going to bayonet charge Amalgam.
Okay.
So they're just going to animate up off the bodies that were holding them and then straight into Amalgam. And everything else is just going to bricklet Amalgam the same way that we brickleted the red dragon.
Okay.
So
do they attack on your turn?
they do.
Okay.
I use a bonus action to command them, which is what I'm going to use my bonus action to do today. So I roll this many dice. Not a single crit in that entire run. What's the AC?
22.
22.
I would normally not freely give that out to players, but under the circumstances, it is faster.
Mm-hmm. So in that case, then the 17, I think, is the only one that hits. Yes, the 17 is the only one that hits, which is a bit of a shame, but that's okay. Plus 5 to hit. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. Plus 6 to hit. So it'll still only be the 17.
Yeah. I'd say some of them are hitting, but not doing any damage.
Yeah, indeed. So Amalgam takes 10 damage out of a bayonet that buries into its shoulder.
Nice.
Okay. So that is your turn.
That is my turn, basically, unless I want to move. And I don't think I want to move at this point. I think I'm, except to maybe just shuffle around a little bit.
For its legendary action, the
Mhm.
amalgam is going to subsume the corpse of the student that it just
Mhm.
shredded. And again, it just disappears down the helping hands mall of this thing.
Great.
You never view that scene the same way again. Okay,
It was always creepy.
that's true. Morzod.
Smite her! Smite her!
I
Don't get
mean,
eaten.
it's so close now that I probably better walk over there and belt
Don't
it.
you have like
honestly.
3 attacks this turn because of haste?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because you
do.
got haste.
I
Yeah.
do. So
Get in there
Hit
and
it.
dragon slay that
I'm
bitch. Yeah.
gonna attack the Durgan. What order do I declare my shit in? I'm not very good at this Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Right. So if you're going to smite, you can hit it and then say you're going to smite it, and then you can smite. So it's
Oh,
always good to roll the damage separate.
But I can cast the thingy first if I want to do like a searing smite or something.
What does it say on the searing smite? Usually you roll to hit, and if it hits, you can say I'm smiting.
Okay, well I'll do that.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, with Searing Smite, it's the next time you hit. So you can cast it and then you can concentrate.
so you do cast it before
you cast it, then you can concentrate on it for up to a minute. So it's okay if you miss it 3, 4, 5, 6 times. When you hit it, you finally get to take advantage of the Searing Smite that you cast.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
the searing smite is a spell, and then your inherent smite, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Right. So I just rolled a 20. What was his AC? I think 20 hits.
22.
22, so no.
Oh, rip! So that one doesn't hit. So I got. So I've got 2 swings and then 1 haste swing.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess I'll roll twice more. Why not? That one was even worse. 15. But that one does hit him with a 26.
That does.
Yay!
Yes, I am going to smite that guy.
Yes.
So
Yeah, so Searing Smite effects, I guess, trigger, right?
yeah, how does I mean I was gonna do I would have so it's that one. So there's a searing smite. Is that how that works?
So searing smite does an extra 1d6 fire damage and ignites the target if possible.
Yeah. Although I've cast it, it says 3d6.
Okay, so that's at a higher
Oh yeah, if you did it at a
level.
higher level, yeah.
Yeah. I did it at 3rd level.
Third level,
So
yeah.
extra 7, and so then I roll the damage from the actual skillet.
Yes, please.
Yeah, which is the D8 plus 5 because I'm not two-handing it. So that's 10.
Oh, you're getting some rough rolls.
Yeah, it's So I think that's all of it.
Yes, that's all 3 swings. You hit, you smote.
Yep.
Amalgam is now kind of on fire.
Amalgam has to do a saving
Con save,
throw, I
right?
believe. Let me just double check. Constitution saving throw, and Morzod's DC is 18.
And that's on its turn, right?
I'm about to get wrecked,
Yeah.
by the way.
Okay. Students are basically out of the fight now.
Upset.
Izard, who has stood up on one of his turns and is no longer prone, is going to... Yep, that's not going to hurt anyone else. Okay, a bolt of lightning.
Yeah.
streams out of his hands, 100 feet long, 5 feet wide. Dexterity saving throw from the amalgam. Oh, that's a terrible roll.
Oh.
Total of 12.
Wait, that's good.
No, it's good. It's good.
It's good. Yeah,
want-
that's
Terrible
You
dex.
want the,
Sorry.
you want the
Yeah.
fucking rolling bad.
Sorry,
It's-
yes, I was in hitting things mode, not magic mode.
That is a total of 12, and Izad's spell save DC is 16.
It's going to be higher than that,
Oh.
right? Yeah.
So it's going to take all of the damage. It's 8d6 lightning damage. That's a lot of damage.
Bzzzt.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning's the good shit.
$28. Not a great roll, but this bolt of lightning just strikes it in the shoulder, and chunks of bone and flesh just and sort of this black congealed blood spatter out onto the ground.
Unappealing.
At which point, Izard yells, "Come get me, you bastard!"
Oh, don't say that.
and
He's
runs
so bold.
away from the rest of you.
Oh no.
Oh, he's pulling a
don't
Vatericus.
do
What a prick.
that.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. So he is
I have to
now
put a diamond in you.
running into the courtyard. That is his turn. Okay. And it is the amalgam's turn. Is the amalgam going to take Izad's bait? Or is it going to focus on the orc
Play
that hit it with a
characters.
war skillet?
Yeah.
How wise do you think it is?
Are you asking me? Because I know
No, you
how
won't
wise
tell
it
me.
is.
Yeah. Oh, should we take a break, Dungeon Master?
Couple around.
Would you like to?
Is that okay if we do that? Bathroom break?
One does need the bathroom.
Okay, we shall take a break. I have something planned for the
Yeah,
that was going to come
nice.
before the break, but if you need to break now, we can do it.
Well, now
It's up
I'm
to you.
suspenseful.
Now, okay, let's do that instead.
Okay,
All right, I can wait.
Hang in there, kind one.
okay. I don't want to ruin the suspense, but something's going to happen after
This
the
is why
amalgam.
you never hydrate.
After the amalgam's turn.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the amalgam, very quickly, is going to choose to hit Morzod.
Oh,
Right.
buddy.
So
Smite for smite. Let's
that's
go, buddy.
29 for the bite,
Yeah, that hits.
23 for the claw, and 27 for the
God.
claw.
Yeah,
So, Morzod,
check. My AC is under those, I'm pretty certain.
it's 20.
It's 20? It's
Yeah.
20. Okay.
Oh, good.
So-
There's my damage.
Morzod, you take
Yo.
16 points of piercing damage,
Minus
8
16.
points of poison damage,
Oh, hang on a sec. 16. That. 8 points poison damage. Yep.
and another 16 points of slashing damage,
16 of slashing damage. And now what fort save do I need?
and another 19 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
So that's
Alright.
the bite and the 2 claw attacks. But you do not
Wait, that
need...
was 4 bits of damage.
yeah,
the
things.
poison out of the bite. So
The
the bite
bite.
does the teeth
Gotcha.
and the poison.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this thing is basically manhandling you.
Yeah, I'm having a slap fight back with it. Gross.
And-
it's probably all wet. Oh,
Are
Yeah.
its teeth like long, gross nails
Just
on
nails,
every
yeah.
hand?
Yeah, will they?
And at this point,
I like that.
you'll become aware of a sound, a buzzing sound, like a very large mosquito. And
Let's go.
Morzod, you are dropped back onto the ground after these attacks, and you look up at it defiantly, and then wham! There's a massive sound and a crash as the Tarthian bomber slams into the side of this thing.
Yeah.
The amalgam takes a lot of damage. I won't tell you how much. It is still standing. It's not bloodied, but that hurt it. Nah, I might as well just take it off.
Not bloodied.
Just for fun. Takes 88 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing just rams into it, knocks it onto its side. So it's, for a moment, its legs go up in the air. It is flailing on the ground. And the bomber then skims off to the side, badly damaged, and ends up upside down. A total wreck. And the amalgam lets out one more screech, then lifts up into the air and starts to leave. Are you all going
Opportunity attacks.
Are you going to take? Is Morzod? Are you going to take the only one able to make an attack of opportunity? Are you going to take?
My 10 little friends
absolutely
can.
am.
I have 10 little buddies in engagement range of that dragon. Thank you very much.
Okay, just give me
Me
Do
and
the-
Bedknobs and Broomsticks are going to do the thing.
Bricks.
do the rolls.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a 19.
19 misses.
Not for me. Yep.
There'll be a few here. Hang on. That'll my dice disappear. 1, 2 hits and a crit.
Okay.
Yeah, get them, little buddies.
Nice.
So that's going to be 23, 25, 27 points of damage out of the little guys.
Nice.
Okay.
Another bayonet charge.
And as the amalgam flies off with bricks and muskets throwing themselves at it, and Morzod valiantly attempting to strike but falling
Flailing.
short.
Yeah,
This is where we're going to take our
I was
break.
probably on the floor, to be honest.
And we will be back in just a moment to see the fallout of this encounter. Don't go anywhere. And we are back. And our heroes have survived an encounter with the amalgam of Engadon, a titanic dragon-like creature made of bits of the deceased. Essentially,
kinds
it
of
has attacked Providence. Its attack became focused on the Coruscant Academy when Izard and some of the other wizards thought that they could stand up to it. They might have been wrong, as many wizards and students now lie dead around you as the amalgam retreats, having not enjoyed being struck by a Tarthian bomber.
Is that where it is now?
It is to. I've put it there to indicate that it is flying away because I knew you might want to do something as it leaves.
I think the only thing I'll have in range will be an Eldritch Blast, but I would like to hurl some final electrically glowing cards at it to detonate somewhere in its hide.
It is.
And if it's still within range of Dagmar, by the time it gets around to her turn, also we do really want her to get it with the grudge bow.
Okay. You're currently 130 feet away.
Yep, but I've got to move, so I'll just
Okay.
and Eldritch Blasted. Although Dagmar would go first, so if I'm fairly low down the stack, so if Dagmar and Orsi have something they want to do before I do.
Yeah, I'll run after it and shoot it in the butt.
Do we want to? Is it leaving? Do we want to take its eye out? I could throw a ball lightning at it, but I'm scared of it also. Fuck it! I'll throw a ball lightning at it.
Okay. Looks like we're still in combat. Dagmar, your turn.
I don't know if it's in range. Actually,
Isn't your range 320 feet?
Yeah, your range is like
Yeah, crazy.
stupid.
Yeah, you've
No,
got
my
a short
range is-
range and then a long
Alright.
range.
yeah, I've got a.
It's in your range of disadvantage. So
Right, so
80.
I don't get
it has to
the-
be 80 or closer to hit it with a normal, without any penalty. If it's less than 320, then you can hit it, but with a disadvantage.
But you would have advantage because you've hit it already, so it just goes back to a normal attack roll.
Yeah, is that how that works?
Yes.
Does the distance? Yeah.
Yeah, any attacks you make against that enemy are made with advantage as long as you can see it. Doesn't matter what range you're at. So.
Grudge bow. 28.
That hits.
Hey,
Oi.
let's give it a little sting on the tail
Just
as
a
it
little
leaves.
prickle.
That's 10 damage.
Not nothing.
Okay. Aussie?
Yeah, how far away is it again? Sorry.
Okay, from where you're standing, it is 165 feet.
I will get very slightly closer to within 150 feet.
You are. Yes.
Sick. And then I will hurl a ball of lightning at it since God doesn't feel like help. We don't need Gemdana.
We do not.
Dex
mean,
saving
you do.
throw. No, we don't. We're at strong independent wizards.
It's
As opposed to just-
17 on the dex save.
Oh, my spell save is 17.
Okay, so it
So
saves.
it takes half damage. Forgot I had fancy dice on and made the loudest rolling sound ever. Whatever half of 42 is. 21.
21?
21. Yep.
Yeah, did a math. Lightning damage.
Okay, cool. As more chunks of it get blasted but are now slightly charred by the lightning.
Wonderful.
For
In which
Terracus.
case, yes, I'm actually going to change my turn a little. I'm not going to flick an Eldritch Blast at it. I'm going to flick something else with a range of 120 feet at it. Ralathim's Psychic Lance, and I'm going to do it at an 8th level. Yes, 8th level.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh.
How many brains does it have?
17 brains. 17 on its saving throw.
Sorry.
One for each brain.
I have a reaction, so we're going to go ahead and Silvery Barbs, do it again.
Okay.
Love the way DM looks at the camera.
It's another 17.
All right, well, that's fine. In that case, then you take
Hey.
half of 11d6 damage. Go ahead and take 22.5 damage.
So 22 damage.
Damn. 22 damage, and you're not incapacitated until the end of your next turn.
Cool. Okay.
I'm also going to shout at it to come back here. Fucking coward.
Morzod, it is your turn.
Still not bloodied. Like,
Still not bloodied.
What is the range on guiding bolts? 120 feet. That's too far.
No, That's what we're all
No,
looking
it's not
at.
too far away. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all
Is it?
checking.
Yeah.
You're actually
Yeah, you're in the-
110 feet away at the moment.
Well, in that case, I'll nail him with a guiding bolt. Ah. Oh, I'm gonna try and nail him with a guiding bolt.
Do it.
I'm gonna upcast it too for the lulz.
Mm.
Let's come on. Nah. 16. Misses
No.
again.
Sorry, nope, 16 does not hit. Goes wide.
Also needs to do some aim training, I think, because he keeps missing this thing.
he's distracted with empathy for all of the mangled corpses.
He did also just get punched pretty solidly in the face.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, slapped.
Okay.
So
On
many slaps.
Izad, on his turn, is going to yell Zurasa and is going to run for the ruins of the bomber, which is about here, and that is his entire turn. That is where it's skidded to a stop, badly wrecked and ruined.
Mm-hmm.
And the amalgam you know what? Let's see if it gets its breath attack back.
Mm.
At least that's right there.
It does not, so it is just going to keep flying.
Ooh.
All right, let's measure this out. Okay.
Yeah.
So it moves some distance away because it has a pretty good fly speed. Are you going to... In fact, it is now partly obscured as it is flown... Actually, it'll go down this way, so it's not actually flying through the wizard tower. As much fun as it would be to cause more devastation. But yeah, it is actually now a little hard for you to see because it is starting to dive down into the bay. Not necessarily into the water. You think it's just trying to break line of sight with you, or are you going to pursue it further?
I am not dimension dooring onto the back of Amalgam.
Be gross.
Red dragon is one thing.
It'd grab you.
It'd touch me with its hands, and I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Ew.
Yeah, no. No, thank you.
Futuricus?
I can't do anything if Aussie won't dimension door me over.
Mhm.
So,
That's right, blame the wizard.
Refuse.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That's how you do it.
so... you are out of combat. You're not necessarily out of initiative. Because there is potential healing and revivifying to be done if you choose to do it. There are a lot of dead bodies around, a lot of people who have died within the last minute and therefore can be revivified if you choose to.
Is there a aura of vitality that would help here?
I do have auras, and I don't remember which one it is.
It is
Aura
a
of
spell.
Vitality
Isn't
radiates
that
from you
add
in a 30-foot
hit points back there?
radius. And
Yeah, no,
whatever
not for rezzing dead bodies. And there's no
No.
mass heal to res dead bodies. It's
No.
not old Overwatch, sadly. No huge reses here. Just in case anyone was alive.
No, everyone who is marked as dead on the map is dead. It'll take more than a healing potion or a lay on hands to bring them back.
Aussie is going to just start tearing after Ezid, I suppose. Wherever the wreckage is.
I'm here somewhere.
Actually, he was yelling for
I'm-
Zarasa, yeah, so that's
yeah.
Morzod's gonna actually go that way. On his
Is
turn.
Solode okay? How's she doing? She got health? She okay?
She's
She's
as she
alright.
sees that the amalgam has flown off and that you are moving forward, the fight seems to be over. She is staggering back and just staring at the carnage and the basically looking at her friends and colleagues, most of whom are now dead.
It's
Oh,
bad.
It's bad.
Can we bring Roxasa back? I really liked her.
Before Morzod runs off, I will use the card that's been sitting in my breast pocket and Tale of the Angel hymn. So Morzod, you see a silvery figure dressed suspiciously similarly to Agatha, my stuffed doll that talks, but like human size, like
Right.
or humanoid proportions, but in the Agatha dress, wearing a veil, who descends and touches you, and you get. Was that 2 rolls of my bardic die? Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Yes, 2 rolls of my bardic die plus my charisma modifier, so you get. Not a high roll, but that's okay. 11. Yes, 11 hit points back.
Delightful.
And the sense that to try and take a peek under her veil is to invite madness, and then she disappears.
Okay. Yeah.
Good to know.
Got that bloodborne feel. Do not want that insight. All right. With that, then Morzod is going to run for the wreckage because he did hear the Zarasa cry.
I think Orsie's actually going to not go after her, and he's going to be with Roxas and the headmaster.
I'm going to try and calm these guys down after I heal Morzod.
Are we out of initiative? Am I?
Okay.
Do we want to let them die, or are we going to revivify them?
Yeah, I'll say it at this point. We can go out of initiative, but I need you to decide because you have 1 minute from the death of the person to choose to revivify them. if you wait longer, you'll need a more powerful spell to bring them back. So this is the moment where I'm going to make you choose, do you bring any of these people back from the dead?
Up to you.
Look, Morzod heard Zarasa and was running that way. If Orsi yells out, hey, come over here and revivify, then Morzod can. He's got 2 diamonds.
Obviously, we'll absolutely call that. He is very devastated.
Right, well,
Especially
in that case, he's going to skid and come back this way.
Okay.
Can you do anything?
I got this. So, yep, 2 diamonds.
Cool. So you can use one to bring Rosaxa back.
Uh-huh. Where is my, how do I, okay, yeah, so, I'll just delete that one.
Yep, delete one of the diamonds.
Yep.
This time it works as intended. It glows and then basically just disappears into her body, rather than somehow getting stuck in her chest.
Yeah, see, that's how it's supposed to happen.
Right. I'll take your word for it.
Yep. And then I'm running over to our, am I also getting our headmaster? I guess they're close enough that I can see one and the other, so yeah.
Yep. There's also Ledge, the tiefling diviner who helped you track the rat.
Rest in peace,
We
Ledge.
form a bond with them.
A little less so.
Feel
Not
like
as much.
it was pretty neutral.
So there's get rid of the other diamond and Martin back in one piece.
I just feel like
They
we
did
can't leave
kind
this
of-
place without wizards.
Help us out when we first arrived.
I like
with
how
the
that health
brain
was
soul
minus
bonding
dead.
thing.
Yes.
Minus-
I've removed
Minus dead.
I removed the dead condition from the token.
We took the dead away. She'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Celidae is actually going to run up to one of the students are starting to come back and surveil this in horror, and a few are running up to their friends who are lying dead in the courtyard. Celidae is going to grab one of them who's standing back and just shout at them, go to the temple, bring clerics. And the student will go without any question. One of those situations where a lot of people are just desperately waiting for someone to tell them what to do next. Meanwhile, Izad is digging through the wreckage of the bomber.
Yeah, Morzod's gonna remember what he was doing before. He was
Thank you.
resing.
Give me.
will also head in that way.
Actually, Izad is struggling a bit. He's a bit weak and shaken after the fight. So, Morzod, can you give me an athletics check to help him basically pull wreckage apart and dig through it?
That is a 23.
Okay.
Morzod is so full of adrenaline right now. Adrenaline and Bruin-Larky channeling.
You pull bent and torn metal panels aside and wood and so forth, and eventually you find Zorasa lying there. You can only see there's like a girder or something over her chest, and their head turns and looks at you and says, "Oh, hello. Did it work?"
You're damn right it did. Bloody brilliant. And Morzod continues trying to heave things up.
Okay.
He's relieved. She's made of titanium. She's fine.
As you pull Zarasa out, you find that one of Zarasa's legs and one of their arms has broken off in the crash. And
Oops.
We'll have to
you
find your bits. Look at that.
and Zarasa says, "Oh, I'm very glad I do not feel pain in this body."
Yep. Morzod kind of probably a little bit of laughter, edge of hysteria, but mostly reassuring. Yep. Looks like you're fine. We'll have to find where it went.
Then Zurasa, once
Happens to the best of us.
you pull them out of the wreckage, they'll look around the courtyard and says, "Oh dear. Do not trouble yourselves with me. I can sit here for a time. Please help anyone else who can be helped."
Yeah,
so
funny story.
Morzod turns to eyeball Izod in that case.
Yeah, Izard is currently on 7 hit points, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a holy bum pat. Yeah. How many hands have I got?
So many.
It's like 40, I think. Oh god, it's 75.
Yeah, it's a lot. We're high level.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shore him up. How much has he got? I don't want to make him explode.
The hit points just bleed out of his nose.
Yeah.
His maximum... He's got a max of 66 hit points. So if you give him, 59, he'll be back to full.
Well, I'll absolutely give him that, rub on the shoulder blades. All right, take a deep breath. We'll be all right, and I'll drop 59 on him.
Cool. So we won't roleplay the rest of what follows in terms of disaster relief and so forth, and but the clerics arrive from the Temple of Desmina, and before long, more soldiers arrive to shore up and make sure the threat is gone. Priests also come up to help from the All Gods Temple. When Mathan Headstrong, the headmaster, when she puts 2 and 2 together and realizes that she was brought back to life, she doesn't know by whom. She hasn't even bothered to find out. She is simply furious that she was brought back instead of any of the students, because she saw it as her job to protect them. So she is quite distraught. Rosaxa is also obviously distraught, but much more quiet and subdued. The priests from Desmina, let me see how many diamonds they have. They have a total of 3 diamonds at their disposal. And they will they begin to explain to the headmaster that there is normally a cost associated, and she says, just do it. Just bring back, as many as you can. And they will and they will bring back Ledge and 2 of the students. But and that is it. There is after that point, it would take a whole lot more than a revivify spell to bring anyone back. It has been too long. So this is quite definitely going to be a dark day in the history of the Coruscant Academy. So I assume the rest of the night will be you helping those you can. Watch. All watches will be tripled. Maximum early warning should the amalgam return. You are told that there will be an emergency meeting of the Defense Council and the City Council as soon as everyone is ready, and that all of you are invited or asked to be there, and not just the councillors among you, because a decision has to be made about what to do next. So, since we're getting late, what I'll say is that the council forms very quickly once they're confident that the amalgam is not, moments away from turning around and resuming its attack. So you all meet in the new council chambers. It's the full council. It's all of you. It is the defense council, which includes Izard because he is the advisor on the magical security of the city. It is and then the discussion is basically going to come up, how did this happen? And what's going to come clear very quickly is that they thought that with all the upgrades they made to defenses that they would be ready for something like this. They were clearly completely wrong. There is also one issue comes up is this is the first time that the amalgam has attacked since the Crystal of Desmina is destroyed, and the question comes up, are there any theories why it has attacked now? Because they were hoping that maybe it was the crystal that had been drawing it to the city in the first place, and its destruction meant it was no longer of interest. So why is it back now?
Because certain people are jerks, that's why.
Because somebody's
Certain
not in the orphanage
gods.
anymore. But I'm not going to say that in
Yeah.
the council.
I mean, it's not Engadon itself, but it's certainly the shadow of Engadon. You know how Engadon is.
Izard's going to say, so do you think Engadon has turned her ire against the city?
That death cult is gathering a lot of followers, right?
Yeah, we haven't really looked into that. There's no. Are there any members in the city that we know of? There aren't any splinter cells here, are there?
The council and Izard are going to say they're not aware of any.
Well, that would be half the point, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But what it will basically boil down to is the council will decide they cannot sit around and hope that they will be better prepared for the next time the amalgam comes to attack. As far as they're concerned, it was actually fairly lucky that Moore didn't die under the circumstances. Next time could be even worse. So the suggestion is going to come up. We need to find where the amalgam lairs and kill it, preferably before it's had time to heal up from the injuries it has just sustained. And Izard is going to give the four of you a meaningful look.
Yeah, everyone looks expectantly at the adventurers.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. I
And-
Come
mean,
down and kill it.
they've killed a bunch of wizards, and I don't like that. So,
Izard is going to say to the council, well, since this is the council's decision, and since it is, you seem to have deemed this a clear and a present emergency, I assume that all of the city's resources are at our disposal.
yeah.
The other councillors hesitate for a moment when they realise what they're about to surrender, but they agree. I assume the two members of council among you will agree to this.
Mm-hmm.
And Izard says, then I propose that simply walking up to this thing's lair, should we find it, would be suicide. We need the Defiant. And the Defiant, the name has not come up, but it is the name of the airship that is docked at the Sky Docks, that has recently been upgraded to allow it to operate away from the city for extended periods of time.
Oh,
Convenient.
we're just about to get our airship, friends.
Let's do it.
And
By
so
pirates.
we will basically conclude this session with the council agreeing that you will take command of the airship. You will be given a crew. Basically, as soon as a plan is developed to help you find, to determine where the amalgam has gone and where it lairs, then you will take the airship to find it and to kill it. And
It's not even the world of ruin. Love it.
that
Cool.
is where we're going to finish tonight's session.
Ooh. Can I have one little thing?
Sure.
I think Ors's just going to take off his little Gemdana necklace and just put it in one of his bags.
Ooh, that hurts.
It's okay, he's learning to be independent.
I'm going to need you to send some messages at some point too, if that's okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
We're
Do you
going to
wanna do
need a
that now?
crew.
Oh. Yes, we are.
Oh man.
Stop
like,
leave that
winking
as a
at me. I
cliffhanger
don't know
for
what
now.
you mean.
Yeah. I think it'll be fun next week to find out what crew. The city will provide any crew that any spots on the crew that you can't fill. You will have people, but if you have anyone in mind you want to take along with you, I think that'll be fun to find out next week.
Well, let's call up Heron's Perch because there's someone up there that we need.
Okay.
We need 2 cats, a crocodile,
Catch
and
a
a
ride.
Thank you very much for watching. We will be back next week for not a road trip, a sky trip to a
yeah.
Titan's lair, hopefully.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Bye.